Hi guys, it's Margie from Reclaimed by Ramsey, and I am so excited to be here today on Heirloom Traditions Paint's Facebook page. I just love their products, and I'm so grateful to everything that Paula and Melissa do for those of us who are in the paint business, who are in the furniture painting business. Today I am going to share with you an item that I purchased on Facebook Marketplace, and I didn't pick a very expensive piece. I didn't pick one of the most beautiful pieces of furniture that I have ever had, because I want to show you what this paint can do to an ugly duckling. And I probably should have painted this in front of you and done the painting part, but I hate to paint on camera, and I was worried about the timing. I'm a really messy painter. So I am going to share with you though, this piece it's not all wood. Some of the wood has like a paper wood look to it. Some of it is actually plastic. So I wanted to share with you some of the products that I'm going to be using. Heirloom Traditions, if you purchase something over this holiday weekend, there has a big sale on the Heirloom Traditions website, heirloomtraditionspaint.com, or if you go to Amazon, which I will attempt to pop the links in. You guys know that I'm a creative type. I am not technologically savvy. So Jim and I, the hubs, and I are still learning to do those things. But if you don't catch it here, then I will do a replay of this with all of the links of everything that I use, and I will post that on my Reclaimed by Ramsey Facebook page. And you know, if you want to buy something and you click that Amazon link, it doesn't cost you anything more, helps me out a little bit. I make a few cents here and there because it all adds up, and we all know that in today's economy you can't just be throwing quarters around, right? Okay, so the first product that I used was the Heirloom Traditions all-in-one paint. This is a terrific paint. It is a chalk type paint. You know, one of the things that I don't like about chalk paint is that you have to seal it with something. You're going to have to either, let it sit and then put a top coat on it after it's good and dry, or you're going to have to wax it, which I'm just not that into the whole waxing thing, because then you got to wax it again down the road. So this is a great product because all you have to do is clean your piece. So get your piece home, or maybe it's already yours, but what you want to make sure that you do is use something like Crud Cutter, or there's I guess wet sanding deglosser. I think it's called Stripper something. I don't know. I don't remember the name of it. I don't use it. I use AJ's Awesome from the Dollar Tree. There I go. I know, it's a shameless plug for Dollar Tree. They really should hire me. Anyway, you just want to get all of the gunk, any of the oils that might have been on, even from furniture polish. So you want to make sure that you get those things off. Hey, while I'm thinking of it, is there anybody even watching? Tell me, are there people watching?
There are people watching.
Oh, thank goodness. You know, you get nervous doing these things. Well, at least I do. I'm sure Paula never gets nervous. She always looks fabulous. Anyway, hey, who's on and where are you from?
We got Brooke.
Hi, Brooke. You're from Michigan. I don't know where.
Stephanie, representing coastal North Carolina.
Hi, Stephanie. Glad to have you with us.
Heirloom Traditions Paint is on.
Yay.
And H2 Home Designs, Heidi.
Awesome. Okay, well, if you guys have any questions as I'm going, please feel free. Jim will try to relay them to me, and I will try my best to actually answer questions and do something.
New Zealand, Fiona King.
Wow, New Zealand. Wow, the reach.
California,
that's fantastic.
for Nora Benitez.
I wonder what time it is over in New Zealand. Okay, anyway, back to what we were talking about. So with the Heirloom Traditions paint, all you have to do is clean. There's no prep. That's it. You don't have to sand. You don't have to strip anything. Just whip out your paint. Okay? So, and this color that I used is called Cashmere, and it's a white. There's no gray in this, there's no cream in this, so it's a nice, honest to goodness white. And it is on sale on Amazon this weekend for $29.99, which might sound like it's expensive, but it's not, because you really don't need that much paint. I used probably not even as much as you would put in the lid here to paint this entire thing with 2 coats. Okay, so you can imagine that's a pretty good savings. Okay, so now technically, and I do a lot of pieces that are just simply farmhouse distressed, where I might leave something, kind of like this, where I've cleaned it and I've painted it. And then I literally just take a damp rag while the paint, after it's dry, but before it has really had a time to set. So, within an hour to 5 or 6 hours, depending on how hard you want to work. The sooner you do it, the less muscle it takes to do it. But you just literally, you take your rag and you just erase it back. So you can have, I like a heavily distressed look. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, so if this is not your cup of tea, how you do the things remains the same. If you just want a really light sanding, then you can literally just run your rag right across the top and just do a little bit. But in my area here in Western Pennsylvania, I would say 70% of the items that I sell are more rustic. So that's what I gear my furniture toward. Okay, so after you have done this, it is literally good to go. You don't need a top coat. It's ready to go after you've painted it. But sometimes the white can be pretty stark, or you want a more old European kind of feel, or even a more rustic feel to your furniture. And you can go from this. Guys, we're working in my basement here today. I can tell you it's freezing cold down here because I don't want the furnace, it's right above me. So I made Jim close it so that it doesn't dry my paint out too fast as I'm talking to you guys. So I'm freezing. Okay, back to this. So we want to go from this, which, Jim, are you able to get this in the shot?
Yep.
I feel like Vanna White, guys. Who has a letter? Just kidding. Okay, so, and then you can go to look at just what one product can do to bring out so much age to a piece that is, like I said, this is not real wood, guys. This stuff here is plastic. So you really wouldn't want to hit that with your orbital sander either. So wet distressing is a great technique, and using the weathered wood. This has a lot of areas in here that, that's going to be hard to get in there with sandpaper. Okay, so this weathered wood is this. Now see, I've already got it all over me. I told you guys I am messy. This is, because I opened it, this is probably my absolute most favorite product that Heirloom Traditions Paint Company carries. And it is a really thick gel. And it can make anything, in my opinion, it can make anything look beautiful. I have used it all over my house. I've used it on...
Hold it still, you're giving epileptic seizures.
Sorry, Jim says I'm giving people seizures. There we go. And I believe that this is $19.99, but again, I'll pop the link over on Reclaimed by Ramsey. Sometimes it looks gray, sometimes it looks grayish, like a gray and a beige together. Sometimes it pulls a little bit brown. It just depends on the color that you're actually doing. Are there any questions?
Everybody's watching,
I'm probably putting people to sleep. It's probably like so boring, and I apologize. Okay, now you do want to make sure with all of the Heirloom Traditions paint products that you give them a good mix. Now I had already mixed this one, so I'm not going to like sit here for 2 minutes like it tells you to mix it. But you do want to make sure that you mix it. It's not good enough, guys, to shake it. This is a different kind of product. It's not like regular paint. It's not like chalk paint. it's a different kind of thing altogether. So you want to really make sure that you get down underneath and get all of the bonding properties up from the bottom, and get them mixed in. This particular can, I don't know how many projects I've done with this, but a little bit goes a very long way, and I'm going to show you how to even stretch it further, because I'm going to add water to mine because I am cheap. And if I can get away with saving a few dollars here or there, then that gives me more money to spend on, I don't know, all the other things I like to spend money on. My grandkids mostly. And food. I like that. Not as much as I used to because I went keto, guys. But hey, there's like 50 pounds less of me, so that's a good thing. Okay, so I just take a little bit out, and I'm just going to put it in my lid. Okay. And then what I like to do, you can use, they sell a great brush, and I use it all the time. It's the Syntec brush from Heirloom Traditions.
There you go, Nora. Question answered.
This brush is fantastic, and I use it all the time for painting. But when I'm doing this technique, I actually prefer just the little old, generic chip brush that you pick up for, $1 or $2. I buy them on Amazon by the buttload, because I'm a lazy painter and I don't always want to have to wash them. So if I forget about it, right in the trash it goes. Okay, so
Barbara would like to know where she can buy it. Barbara, do you mean which brush?
If you're looking for the Syntec brush, you can buy it on heirloomtraditionspaint.com, or I will be putting up a link on my page, Reclaimed by Ramsey, with an Amazon link to be able to get the brush. And it is on sale this weekend. It is normally a $30 brush, which is worth every penny, and that's from someone who watches her pennies. It's on sale for $16.99, so it's a great price, and I will put the link in. I just don't know how to do that simultaneously. I think we need another device to be able to do that, and I'm not that great at that yet. Okay, so I'm just going to spritz. This is just water, guys. There's nothing in here but water. And I am just going to get a little bit on my brush, and it's probably going to look scary at first. I know that it always does to me if I haven't done anything with weathered wood for a little bit, but I just go in and go like this. I'm going to show you that anybody can use this, and when I say any idiot can use it,
she means I could.
I mean my husband could, and he can't really be trusted with any type of paint. I'll have to tell you guys some funny stories about that. Okay, now right now I'm not liking how that looks. Now, you can the great thing about weathered wood is you can take it off. You can, for up to 12 hours, I could take all of this off if I wanted to with a damp rag. But what I like to do is just come in and I just start going up and down, and I'm taking some off. But I want to leave enough in those crevices that it starts to add some age. Okay? Now, you can see that this is much darker than this is. That's because we're going to build those colors on top of each other. I like to add lots of water, get it very drippy. I'll show you down here. See, this is why nobody needs to see. Make sure that you're getting my good side, Jim. And that's not my back side. All right.
No
so you
comment.
just add it on, and you can just take it back off. But you can kind of see the color change that's happening. Okay? For those of you who think going live is really simple, it's not. The gals on Heirloom Tradition, they make it look easy, but it's not nearly as easy as they make it seem. So really, it's just putting it on. And the great thing is, if you don't like how much is on there, take it off. If you feel like, oh my gosh, it's not enough, then you just cut back in and you put some more on. It's very forgiving. It's really foolproof. You really can't screw it up because you can change it at any point. You can come in with a wet rag and take the color back off. But I like to get in here and really shove that paint down in the corners. We'll come over here a little bit. And then, now Jim, if you can get tight in on that. Okay, ladies, so you can see now, see where this is showing some age over here now, instead of just being plain white or even just distressing. It just adds some old world charm to your pieces. And look, if you can doodle, you can do this. And you can just putz with it. I like to get as much into the corners as possible. And then you can just come back over it. You can spread it out. Any questions?
I'll have to take a look.
Hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. Now this looks great over this color, and I don't know if I've already said it, but it also looks fantastic over really any of the colors that they carry. I love it over Iron Gate, which is a black, which is really, really pretty. Now, you might say, what is she doing? She's going right over that hardware. Why is she doing that? Because guess what? It's going to wipe right off of the hardware. Okay? So you don't need to be, you don't even have to take the hardware off. Okay? I am saying okay too much, guys. Huh. All right, now, you just get it into the corners, and then you just take it off. It's really that simple. It is such an easy product to use. Like I said, if this is the only thing you're going to buy, if this is all that's in your budget, this will add such character to your items. I've actually added this. I have a lot of shelves that I've done with this. It looks great over signs. I've even done our brick backsplash in our kitchen. It's a faux brick. It's not real brick. But I have done that. I have done a couple different colors and put this over top of the brick, and my kitchen has a very European farmhouse feel to it now. I've painted my cabinets with Heirloom Traditions paint. It's just fantastic. Okay, so are you guys getting the feel of how easy this is to do? It's just, and look at all the more I've used. You saw all the more that I put in there, and I probably will not add any more paint in there. I will just keep adding water as I go until I get it to where I want. And that's why these chip brushes are great for this, because you can really just get a really nice old looking finish. That's probably sounding really weird, isn't it?
Probably is.
Probably is. I'll stop doing that. So, has anybody out there used weathered wood? I don't know if Heidi and Brooke, I'm not sure who else was on that I actually know that use the products. I don't know if you guys have ever used it. I know that I think that the ladies are doing a combo pack of weathered wood and I think cappuccino on sale on the website today too. Okay, but you get the idea. You can see how you can just layer the colors in there.
I have a question.
Yes.
And I want to know how it feels when it's dry. Is it smooth?
It is smooth as butter. You cannot tell that it has, you know, it feels exactly like any painted finish. Very soft to the touch. It has a very soft look to it. It's not harsh, but it also doesn't look cheesy or cheap. It actually looks, it really does make your items look aged. And that's the effect that you're going for, but it doesn't feel any different. It would feel just like regular paint. And it also has its own top coat built in. So you don't have to go back through and do any kind of waxing on it. You don't have to put a top coat on it. You just need to let it dry, let it cure. And like I said, within 12 hours, if you don't like this and you go, oh my gosh, you know what, that looks horrible. I can't stand that. That looks awful. That's just way too much. Well, then come in here. Look at that, guys. Look at that. You can dial that all the way back if you want to. Okay? Now, I don't like it like that, but you can do that. You can dial it all the way back. You can keep just what you like. And that's why I say this product is so forgiving, because you get to make it exactly how you like it, or in my case, how my customer likes it. Okay, so over here, I'm just going to show you a little bit more. Now, this one had dried. This one I had done earlier so that I would not be taking up your entire day watching this. But look how you can add some more. And if you add it just in the corners, and then just dab, you get that effect of a time-worn piece. Does anybody else have any questions? Does this look like something anybody would try?
Yeah, looks like we got a few ladies would like to try it out.
Well, I hope that you do. I hope that you come over to Reclaimed by Ramsey, where I will be posting the finished product when it's all done. Jim, you can go ahead and pop up here really quick and we'll show them what I did on the top. I might as well go ahead and do this. Hang on one second, ladies and gents, I guess, if there are any of you gentlemen out there. Okay, now this top, it was just solid white. And again, I didn't want to go crazy with sanding this because this is a papered finish on the top from however it came. It's like a fake wood grain was on here. A paper veneer. Thank you, Mr. Ramsey. And so all I did on here was literally just make nice long strokes. If you want it to be more like barnwood, then dry brush it on. And by dry brushing, all I mean is you dip it into your paint and then you dab it off on a piece of paper towel or your pants, like I normally do.
Stacy just got on and would like to know what the products are again.
Okay, let's run down through what the products are. This is, I've painted, which we're kind of midway through here, Stacy, but I've painted this piece in Heirloom Traditions all-in-one paint in a color called Cashmere, and it is a true white.
Move your fingers.
Oh, there we go. Sorry about that. And it's all-in-one, so it does not need any work to it. All you have to do is clean your piece, paint it on, and then I am using, let's see if I can do this without getting it all over me. This is what we've put, so all that's on this piece, Stacy, is the Cashmere all-in-one paint, and then this is the weathered wood antiquing glaze, and it's a thick gel. And what I have done over here is I just put a little bit out in my lid, and then I just add a little bit of water and then add it on. And that's how you do it, guys. It's so simple. So I hope that you will join me over on Reclaimed by Ramsey, where I will finish this up and I will have all of the links posted. You can order this from Amazon. Gets here in like 2 days. It's fantastic. So if you're feeling motivated, you have stuff you want to do before your holiday, the next holiday company descends upon your house, then this would be a great project. I just wanted to thank Paula and Melissa over at Heirloom Traditions for letting me come on the page today and share a little bit of my knowledge with you. And I hope you guys have a great day. Bye-bye.